For large organizations like Gap, it is essential to have multiple cloud options and should have the capability to move around these options seamlessly. Sticking to any one particular cloud would make us heavily dependent upon the underlying platform's weakness. We need a solution which would help us to build our own path, which is cloud vendor agnostic. OneOps is an open source DevOps platform provided by Walmart Labs, which addresses the challenges. In past few months, I happened to work with a DevOps team which was able to develop a path in just 3 to 4 steps and deploys the applications to any cloud platform like Azure, EC2, and Rackspace seamlessly.
So there are 4 steps. Step 1 is to set up the cloud. So here I have set up 3 clouds: Rackspace, AWS, and Azure. The next one is to set up the assemblies. Assembly consists of what are the software to be deployed, what are the environments where it will be deployed, and here let's take a look at WMS assembly. So you can see few configuration which you can make like Teams, report.
This is design phase. Here you will add the platform and the application which needs to be deployed to the cloud. Here you can see I have Tomcat and 2 other applications which needs to be deployed. We can add a new platform. Once we enter the name, we can select the software or applications which needs to be deployed. If you don't find your application or software, you can create a custom made. Here we created a custom and you can select the corresponding versions of it. The next step is transition. Here the first step will create the environment. Environment is where we are going to deploy. Here I have 3 different environment: dev, QA, and prod. So let's look at the dev environment. So dev environment, we can look at the configurations, and in the configurations we do certain configuration like DNS and which mode it should run, and the more important, which cloud platform it is going to run. So that means I can decide my dev environment to run in Azure, my production environment to run in AWS, and my QA environment to run in Rackspace. So this gives me full ability to deploy wherever I could. The final stage is deployment. So here I'm deploying the application to production. So once the application start getting deployed, we'll see these are the few steps which will happen one by one during the deployment. Once the deployment happens, you can see the instance is automatically created in AWS, and we can see the Tomcat is up and running.